Hello, good morning. It is a beautiful sunny morning here at Everdeen. A little chillier than I would like, but very sunny and pretty outside, so I will take it. And today I'm on a mission. And before I tell you about my mission, I'm gonna flash back to a couple weeks ago in Paris and tell you a little story, because there's a friend of ours that we met this summer. It's someone that is an antiques dealer in Paris. And he invited us to a cocktail party at his apartment in Paris a couple of weeks ago. And so we went to this cocktail party, and I was not prepared for how beautifully decorated. Well, first off, it was a beautiful apartment. It was a stunning, stunning, gorgeous apartment. But then it was also incredibly beautifully decorated and kind of a maximalist style. Like, the whole thing was just full of antiques, just full to the brim. Every room was painted in like a bright, strong color. He actually had like a dining room that sort of reminded me of the dining room here, because his dining room is red and ours is orange. And it just made me look around and think, I should make more of more. Less is not more is more. Because obviously in this apartment, more was more, and it was working so beautifully with the style. It was kind of the aesthetic that I really want to bring to Everdeen. Now, I'm not saying that I'm gonna go like full Victorian madness and have like a taxidermy weasel and a bunch of random like insects in jars and all, if you picture like a typical like over decorated Victorian living room. We're not going to go that far, but we are going to take this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous apartment of our friends for inspiration. And we're going to go brocante shopping. Have I justified enough going to spend money at the brocante? So we're going to go to our local brocante shop that's in town. I'm also going to go to the local sort of half brocante, half Goodwill type of store. It's a how do I put it? It's like a second home, second life for objects kind of shop. So it's got everything from like, here's an egg beater that someone needed to get rid of, to like, here's a chest of drawers that's really beautiful, records and CDs and all kinds of stuff they have in there. So here's what I'm hoping to find. First off, things to hang on walls. Basically, I've been trying to, anytime I'm somewhere that they're selling like secondhand pictures or art or anything like that, just pick up anything that I like. But unfortunately, our stockpile of art that has not found a place on the wall yet is running perilously low. So we need some more pieces that, basically, I like to buy pieces, just put them in the sitting room, and then after we finish renovating a room, I'll go and look through the art and maybe hold it up in place and then choose the art. So I need a selection of art to be able to continue with that process. So we're definitely looking for art. We are definitely looking for like knickknack kind of things, but like elegant knickknacks, like beautiful knickknacks. For example, maybe like a little clock, or a nice vase is always beautiful and nice. That kind of, just something that can bring some beauty to a room without taking up a lot of space. And then we're of course always looking for rugs or mirrors, or just things that give the room like kind of a finished, homey vibe. So without further ado, I am gonna go hop in the car and let's go brocanting. Oh, guys, I just saw a very sweet older couple walking through the village together, and it made me really miss the helpers being here. They're back in the U.S. As you guys probably know, they're back in the U.S. Working on getting visas to be able to stay in France for longer periods of time. But yeah, I just saw like this very cute older couple that really kind of looked like them, and they're out on the walk like the helpers always do, and it made me very nostalgic. All right, this is what I was really excited for in the shop. This is the shelf that's right next to the entrance, and this is just all art. So I'm gonna have a dig through. This is super cute. It is just a little print of some flowers, but I love it, and it's only €1.50. Sold. Here we've got some kind of printed frames. No, this is, oh, look, there's like little canvases with something printed on them. See, this is what I mean about this shop. Like, some of it's really cute antiques and actually like really beautiful stuff, and some of it's a bit like, you know, junk shop, but I'm still hopeful of finding some treasures. Found myself a nice little pile. I think that's pretty good for art, so I'll take that up to the register with me, but let's go look at the rest of the shop first. I'm thinking I might have underestimated how much time it would take me to look through all the stuff for sale. I was thinking I would have plenty of time, and I see now that that was delusional. These glass decanters are really pretty, but I should probably pass them up since we already have one at the house. It's just hard to say no when everything's so cheap. Looking for a new hobby? Do you want one that's entirely already assembled? Then can I suggest becoming a secondhand owl collector? Or cows, also cows. It's the obligatory wooden clogs found at every single brocante in the entire country of France. I know I just said that we already have a glass decanter, but this is a vase, and I'm pretty sure it's crystal. It's only €3. Stop number 1 has been completed and was very successful. I got some stuff that I'm so excited about. I did have to kind of stop filming partway through and just run because I forgot that that shop closes really early. It closes at 4:30. So I was like, oh no, they're gonna close soon. So I was just running around grabbing stuff, but the grand total spend was €22, and I got some things that I'm really excited about for €22. So I won't show you guys now in the car. I'll wait till we get home, and then we'll do a grand reveal, because right now I'm gonna pop off and go to the other brocante, the antique shop that's here in town. It's a little more upscale than the first shop. It's not in any way connected to like something like a Goodwill. It's really like an antiques shop, but always good prices in there, and I found some really great stuff in there over the years. So it's always fun to go to, and the owner is super nice, and I've made friends with her because she sees me a lot. All right, stop number 2. Let's go have a look. Okay, I've had my eye on this for a while, and every time I talk myself out of buying it because the price is just a little bit higher than what I feel I can invest in a knickknack. But it is so pretty. Speaking of so pretty, look at this extremely attractive camel. A lovely vase and a tiny grandma. So little. If you're looking for a conversation starter piece in your home, may I suggest random bust of guy I don't know wearing a beret with a random substance unknown to man dripping down the side of its face like Rudy Giuliani at a press conference. Helper number 2 suggested that we might want to get some tureens like this for serving food. And I do think that that's something we might need, but this one is a little small. I think I'm a little worried that if we had many people, it might not hold enough, for example, soup to feed everyone. Don't do it. Don't buy another chandelier.
Although this one's very cute and subtle. And maybe just one more. No, don't do it. Don't do it. I am gonna get these little tiny paintings. I'll talk more about them later because there's a story about Alfred Sisley, the artist. But these are so cute, and they're just little pocket-sized art. I like it a lot. This chair is a classic case of I really like it. It's a good price, but I don't know where we would put it. And I've been staring at this for about 10 minutes trying to think where it could go. It's only 25 euros and it's such a beautifully carved piece, but we just don't have a room that like needs a chair, and we have so many random chairs at the house. This one is beautiful and special, but it's hard to pay even 25 euros when I know that we have so many others at home. Eventually, we're going to do a bathroom in the apartment. And I was thinking that a sink like this would be so nice. I love when you have the old pieces of furniture that have the sink built into the marble top like this. I just don't know if this is a good size or if I can justify spending over 100 euros on it when we don't know what the space of that bathroom is going to be, or if this would be like the right size and dimension for that future bathroom. I really like this though. It's so unique and beautiful. I guess maybe the thing to do though is to let it stay here for now. And if destiny wants it to stay until we're ready to put a sink into that bathroom, then so be it. But we'll see what happens. I'm a little conflicted about these tables chevet or bedside tables. We do need a lot of bedside tables. I might put something like this in the blue bedroom, but I'm not sure that this color of the wood matches some of the furniture we already have in the blue bedroom. So I think this is a case of take a picture, go home, think about it, let it sit with me. I wish I'd known they had a big box of random furniture legs when I was replacing the legs on the ottoman in the living room. Here's another thing we're in kind of not desperate need of, but certainly in semi-desperate need of, if that's a thing, is more rugs, because I do want to have rugs in basically every room. It just makes the room feel so much more finished and cozy. I'm not sure this one has the right colors for any of our rooms though. All right, we finished with stop number 2 and I've been a little naughty. It's the only big, like physically big purchase of the day. Everything else has been quite physically small. So, oh my God, there's a jumpy spider on the windshield. Hang on, I have to abandon the car. Okay, we're good. It was on the outside. Very stressful. Anyway, I'm gonna head back with all my purchases. I'll show you guys what I bought because I'm very happy with what I bought. I think we did really good. I think in total I've spent, I want to say 110. I think 110. I'll check that when I get home. Let's go. I want to dig into this. Guys, I've gotten home, I've unloaded the car, and I must admit, I've been bad. Did the shopping trip get a little out of hand? Maybe. Do I absolutely love everything that I bought? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Let's dive into what I bought, shall we? I will say I'm gonna tell you guys the total spend because I added it up and it's actually very surprising. But I'll tell you at the end what the total amount was for all this stuff. But first, let's just dive in with. This is an ice bucket for white wine, and I will say I think I did very well because almost everything I bought was something that I have
previously thought about several times and thought, oh, we need more of that, or we need one of those. And this is a thing that I've always kept thinking about, like, oh, we need a nice ice bucket so that when we're outside in the summer having a picnic in the garden, we can have a nice cool bottle of white wine, because I know someone, Laurent, who is extremely committed, Laurent, to having cool beers and cool white wine, and definitely not ever room temperature. So I think he's going to be very happy. And this was €5. And this was from the first shop. This was from the Goodwill type shop. So we're going to put it over here and move on to something else from the little Goodwill type shop, which are these little decorative vases. I will say that the inspiration for this whole video was, like I said before, going to our friend's apartment that was just filled with antiques and so beautiful. And he had these little vases like this on little individual vase shelves on his wall. And I was staring at them like, that is such a cute thing to have on your wall. Like, it's not just another piece of art. And I love art. I love art. Obviously, we're going to get to that in a minute. But it's showing something that's on the wall that's like three-dimensional and different. And I just really love that. So I saw these little vases. They're kind of Asian. There's two of these tall ones, and then there's one little short round one. These were €2 each, again from the Goodwill type shop. So obviously these can be half of the idea of having the vases up on the wall and their little individual shelves, but where will I get two little individual vase shelves? That's going to be a really hard thing to find and really challenging, and oh no, I already got them. Also at that shop, a little bit more expensive, because these were €30 for the pair, but they're super heavy and like obviously really good quality. And they're exactly the thing that I needed, so I snatched them up. So this was definitely the most expensive, was it? No, it's the second most expensive buy of the day. But look how cute this is going to be. So we've got the little shelf, and then it's going to have its little vase on top of it on the wall somewhere. I don't know where any of this is going yet. That'll be another video. It's like placing all of this stuff. But how cute is that going to be? Little like bookend wall vases. Maybe not the most exciting purchase, but we have a lampshade for €1. I couldn't pass up a nice lampshade. And we have a lot of lamps that just are going to need shades. My friend Georgie told me something once. Georgie is like a goddess of aestheticism. She is always dressed beautifully. She always looks gorgeous, and she has a gorgeous, gorgeous home. And she told me once that you should always have multiple lamps in any room. And I have followed that advice, and I'm now obsessed with it, because honestly, when you're lighting a room with like 2 or 3 different lamps versus like one, although I love chandeliers, overhead light source, it makes all the difference in the world. So I'm kind of trying to build up as many lamps as possible. We'll come back to that later. I also got at the Goodwill type shop this big flower vase. We have a lot of small vases, obviously, but we just don't have like a giant one. If there was like a whole bouquet we wanted to put into water. So I thought for €3, this was a good investment. And also, I think it's crystal. The sound sounds like that sound that crystal is supposed to make. Listen. Do we think that's crystal? I think it's crystal. I think it is. It's also super heavy, which leads me to crystal. While we're conveniently grabbing stuff off the table, I'll just show you all the art that I got, because I got a lot. I got this little painting for €1.50. This is all from the Goodwill shop. We're still in the universe of the Goodwill shop and their massive shelf of art. This one I'm really excited about. This was 50 cents. The frame is not the most impressive, but I think it's still cute. And this is a Van Gogh painting that I actually really love. This is a painting that I already knew before I saw it on the shelf. This is the irises that Van Gogh did, and I love Van Gogh. I know this is very cliche to say, but he's my favorite artist, and I'm really obsessed with him. This little painting I'm very excited about, because it's, if I turn it sideways to the light, maybe you can see, this is an original. This is an original painting. I can see the brushwork and everything. It's not a print. And it's really cute. I love the flowers on the bottom there. And this looks like somewhere that could be in this region. This one was $150, so I grabbed it up. Continuing on in the art, we've got another flower painting, also $150. I love this like thing they've done with the mat of the painting where there's like that gold border around the mat. I think like the painting itself is nice and it's definitely a print, but it's a nice quality print. Like I think it's on like a really nice print paper. But I feel like the whole thing altogether is also a work of art. So I really like the frame. I like the matting. Like it looks really nice. Again, no idea where that's gonna go. Oh, just slid down onto the floor. It's fine. Everything's good. No idea where that's gonna go, but it's gonna go somewhere and it's gonna look real cute. Again, €1. This one it's cute. It's like a cute little painting and it's also an original. So anytime I see original art that I can afford, I just snatch it up because you can't ever have too much original art, I think. So that's a nice little original cute painting. I like the shape too. I like an unusually shaped piece of art. And this last little thing is going to be a piece of art. It's just a frame, but it was €2 and it's a really nice frame. So grab that up as well. I need to decide what I want to put in here. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure out like what room I want to put it in and then we'll decide what to put in the frame based on the colors of the room that we put it in. This could also go on a table. It's one with the little back. So moving on. We've got a pillow. If you guys follow this channel closely, you may know that pillows are an obsession of mine, second only to my obsession with chandeliers. And this one's really cute and has little tassels. And it was €3. This is from the antique shop. The antique shop's really like a mixed bag of items. It's not just antique furniture and antique knickknacks. It's also like pillows and curtains and antique sheets and stuff. I got a mirror. This is a big mirror. I mean, it's not that big, but like a relatively big mirror, I guess. But it was €6 and I saw it and I was like, you know what? We're gonna find a place for that. Also, I don't know if you guys can see right there where there's the gold showing through. This has been painted and so I don't feel bad about like painting it again. Sometimes when there are things that in their original state, I feel really guilty about painting them and like making them less historically accurate. But this has already been painted, so we're gonna find a spot for it and then we're gonna choose what color to repaint or to leave it this pale gray because I actually don't hate this color either. So that will be a decision to make for that mirror. At the antique shop, I also found these two tiny little framed pictures. I think they look really nice together as kind of like a pair. This one is by Alfred. It's obviously the prints because Alfred Sisley, like an actual Sisley, would be incredibly expensive. This was €5. But this is a print of a painting by Alfred Sisley, and I really like and am interested in Alfred Sisley, who was an impressionist, who worked a lot in a region that's just southwest of Paris. He did a lot of paintings in Moret-sur-Loing, which is a town that I've visited many times and has like a special place in my heart. And so anytime I see a Sisley, it always it grabs me. So that's a Sisley. This is a print of a Camille Corot painting, another 19th century painter. And it's just really, it's very cute. I like the little people down there, I guess picking fruit off the tree. Is that what they're doing? But that'll be a nice little pair of things to hang somewhere in a small space. I'm gonna show you these. I need to test my theory about what I'm gonna do with these, but I was so excited to find them because it can be very tricky to find the beautiful door keyhole decorations like this. And I love them. These were €4 each at the antique shop. So I got 6. I have 4 doors in mind that I want to put them on. I'm not sure they're going to fit correctly on all 4 of the doors, so we need to test that theory, but I will find a place for them. These are pretty generic ones, and they have like a nice big hole for the door knob to pass through, so I think they will fit on multiple different doors. But I just love these because they make any door look like a Chateau door. And I think that they're just so pretty, and they're so easy to just tack on there, and then your door has got an instant makeover. So we got 6 of those. Finally, let's go over to my biggest purchase of the day and the most expensive, but still not very expensive. This was 30, oh, it was the same as these little shelves actually. It was 30 euros. So 30 euros and 30 euros. This was also from the antique shop, and I love that it looks like a candelabra. So if we look in here, maybe I'll take the lampshade off. I'm not sure if we're going to keep this lampshade or perhaps put the big one that I refinished on it. If you guys saw that video, there's a video of a big lampshade like this, but like a little bit more historical looking, that I found on the street in Paris, and I completely replaced all the fabric on it, and it took ages. So we might put that on it, or we might keep this lampshade. But I really like the candelabra look of it. I like that it has 3 bulbs, so it's going to give like a good amount of light. And I love that it has the little floor switch. I've hung it up on the side of the lamp now, but that goes on the floor, and then you can step on it to turn on the lamp. It's so pretty, and that's going to be a great way to have a light source that doesn't need to take up table space somewhere in the house. Here's what it looks like with the lampshade on. Yeah, I don't hate the lampshade. I actually quite like the lampshade, but I don't know if it's a little dated. What do you guys think? Let me know your opinion on this lampshade. I could also like replace just the pleated part with maybe a more colorful fabric, maybe? I don't know. Give me your opinion, guys. Well, there you have it. I think this has been a very successful shopping endeavor because I just want the house to feel a little bit more, not full, but I guess decorated. It just, there's a few rooms now that as I walk through the house, they just need something more. They just need a little bit more. And I think that we got a lot of the little bit more today. So that's good. So the last thing I'm going to do is reveal the total amount of money that I spent at both shops for all of these items. Are you ready? Take a guess. The total amount of the spend today was 116 euros. So although that is, a little bit of money, it's not 20 euros. It's, it's a little something. But I think for all of this stuff, that was amazingly good deals. That's the same that we would spend like buying 2 cans of paint to paint a room. So I'm very happy with that. I think 116 euros for all this was very good price, and I'm very happy with every purchase. I literally, I keep looking around and getting distracted as I'm trying to film this because I'm like, that's so pretty. Like right now I'm looking at this one, I'm like, it's so pretty. I like it so much. I think that I should get all this stuff put away where it stops distracting me for the day. I am going to find places for it in a future video, but I don't have time this afternoon, unfortunately. So all I'm going to do right now is just say a big thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, if you want to see where all this stuff ends up going, please do subscribe on the little subscribe button that's just down below this video. Please do also give it a thumbs up if you like what I bought, if you thought this was fun to watch, if you want to see more like this. I go back and forth a lot about brocanting videos because I know some people really love them and some people it's not their favorite. So if you liked a brocanting video, let me know by liking this one. And of course, as always, a big thank you to our patrons. Thank you so much for supporting Everdeen, for supporting the work we're doing here. So much of what I want to do here is historical preservation, and part of that is being able to furnish the house beautifully, not elaborately. Like I'm not spending 1,000 euros on like crazy posh antiques, but like making things feel like they would have felt here 100 years ago, 200 years ago. And our patrons, you guys really help with that. And also you're amazingly supportive and nice. And it's nice to see you guys on the live chats all the time. So with that, I'm going to put this all away and I will see you guys next time.